All right, we'll get going. Go ahead.
Hi, Major. Major, that's a microphone right in front of you. I'm going to move it a little bit closer to you so we can hear you, okay?
Okay.
Can you try it out for us?
Hi.
Can you spell your name for me so that we can hear it loud and clear?
Major.
And what is your last name, Major?
Heallerud.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Hellerud.
Excellent. Major, what am I holding in my hand?
An expo marker.
An expo marker. That's a good answer. It's even more than I was thinking you would give. What color is this marker?
Blue.
Blue. If I said that I was holding a red marker in my hand, would I be telling the truth or a lie?
Lie.
A lie. The record should reflect that this marker is blue. What am I now holding in my hand?
A red marker.
A red marker. If I said I was holding a red marker, is that the truth or a lie?
Truth.
A truth. The record should reflect I was holding a red marker the second time. Major, do you go to school?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
6.
6th grade. Do you have recess at school?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say that you're outside for recess and there's a girl with a ball, and she takes the ball and she kicks it, and it goes over a fence, and the teacher sees it. And the teacher says, "Did you kick the ball over that fence?" And the girl says, "Yes, I kicked the ball over the fence." Did that girl tell a truth or did she tell a lie?
A truth.
A truth. Is it important to tell the truth?
Yes.
Can you promise us you will tell us the truth today?
I will.
You will. Okay. Major, I want to start off by showing you a picture, okay?
Okay.
The picture has a number 6 on it. I want you to see if you can find the number 6 for me.
Right here.
It's in the bottom on a white sticker.
Yes.
Do you recognize what this picture with a number 6 is of?
Alex, his age.
Alex and his age? Was Alex 6 years old when
Yeah.
you last saw Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me about Alex. What do you remember about Alex?
He liked cars.
He liked cars?
And
What kind of cars did Alex like?
sport cars.
Sport cars? When you say Alex liked cars, are you talking big cars like adults drive, or are you talking about toy cars?
Both.
Both? Okay. What else did Alex like?
He liked playing.
Playing? What were some things that Alex liked to play? It's okay if I take that picture back?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. That way you can hold one of your fidgets if you want. What were some things that Alex liked to play?
He liked to play toys
Toys?
and outside.
That was really quiet, so I couldn't hear you. What was that?
And outside.
Like to play outside? I want to talk to you about Alex when you were at your mom's house, okay? When you were at your mom's house and Alex was at your mom's house, did you ever see anyone hurt Alex?
Yes.
Who did you see hurt Alex?
My mom.
Tell me what you saw your mom do to hurt Alex.
She hit him and punch him, kick him, choke him.
You said she hit him. Did I get that right?
Yes.
You said your mom kicked Alex.
Yes.
You said your mom choked Alex.
Yes.
And was one of the things you said she also punched Alex?
Yes.
Okay. When your mom would kick Alex, how old was Alex?
6.
He was 6. Did you see your mom kick Alex one time or more than one time?
More.
More than one time? Would that happen at the house or somewhere else?
At the house.
Who was Alex's dad?
Derek.
Derek? Where would Derek be when the hitting, kicking, punching, and choking would happen?
At work. Mm,
At work?
yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about the kicking of Alex by mom. Where on Alex's body would mom kick Alex?
Mm, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Where in the house? Tell me about one time you remember mom kicking Alex in the house. Where did it happen?
He, like, in the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Well,
What did you see mom do when she kicked Alex?
he'd, like, go down to he'd fall, and then he'd kick him because he's on the ground.
She would kick Alex, he would fall, and mom would kick him because he's on the ground. Did I get that right or wrong?
Right.
Right. Tell me about how mom would kick him. Would it be hard or soft or something else?
Hard.
What would Alex do when he got kicked hard by mom?
Cry.
Cry? Would mom kick Alex, when we're talking about kicking Alex in the kitchen, did she kick Alex one time or more than one time?
More.
Where did she kick Alex on his body?
I don't remember.
Did she kick him on a lot of different parts of his body or the same place?
Different.
A lot of different parts?
Yeah.
Tell me about another time that mom kicked Alex in the house. Do you remember mom kicking Alex in another room?
Yeah.
Tell me about that other room. What room was it?
The living room.
The living room? Was this also when Alex was 6?
Yeah.
What did you see with your eyes when mom kicked Alex in the living room?
For kicking him.
What did Alex do?
Cry.
He cried? Do you remember why mom was kicking Alex?
No.
Where was mom kicking Alex on his body this time?
Just everywhere.
Everywhere? Did mom kick Alex one time or more than one time when she was in the living room kicking him?
More.
More than one time? How did it make you feel to see your mom kicking Alex in the living room?
That.
How did it make you feel to see your mom kicking Alex in the kitchen?
That.
Do you remember another time that your mom kicked Alex while he was 6 in a different room?
No.
No? Did I get that right? Yes or no?
No.
No? All right. Sometimes my ears are bad in this room, so thank you, Major. You told us about choking. Is that right?
Yes.
Who did the choking of Alex?
My mom.
Did you see your mom choke Alex one time or more than one time?
More.
More than one time? Tell me about the last time you remember your mom choking Alex.
Like the day before
The day before what?
he died.
The day before he died? What did you see with your eyes when your mom choked Alex the day before Alex died?
Him on the ground and her.
Alex was on the ground?
Yes.
Where was your mom?
On top of him.
What was your mom doing with her hands?
Putting them on his neck.
I'm going to move, Major, I'm going to move the microphone a little bit down just to try and help us all hear. Does that work? Is that okay? Is that okay with you?
Mhm.
Okay. Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You said mom's hands were where?
On his neck.
And was mom using one hand or two hands to choke Alex?
2.
Two? What was Alex doing when Mom was choking Alex one day before Alex died?
I don't remember.
Don't remember. Could you see Alex?
Yes.
Do you remember any parts of Alex's body moving when Mom was choking Alex?
His feet and
His
his
feet?
arms
What were his feet and arms doing?
trying to get away.
Trying to get away? Could you see Alex's face?
Yes.
What did Alex's face look like?
Scared.
Scared? Could Alex talk when
No.
Mom was choking him?
No.
Did it look to you like Alex was having a hard time breathing?
Yes.
What could you see that that told you that Alex was having a hard time breathing?
He was trying to breathe, like push her off.
Trying to push Mom off?
Yes.
How did it make you feel when you watched your mom choke Alex?
Sad.
In what room did this happen where Mom was choking Alex one day before he died?
I don't remember.
Don't remember? Did it happen at home or somewhere else?
Home.
Home. Did Mom choke Alex on one day or more than one days?
More.
More. Tell me about another time that you remember Mom choking Alex.
In the living room.
In the living room?
Yeah.
Tell me what you remember about the time when Mom choked Alex in the living room.
He was crying.
Alex was crying.
Yes.
Did Mom say anything?
No.
No. How was Mom choking Alex in the living room?
With her hands.
Was Mom using one hand or both hands?
Both.
And where were Mom's hands on Alex's body?
In his neck.
On his neck? When Mom was choking Alex with her hands on Alex's neck in the living room, could you see any part of Alex's body moving?
Yes.
What parts of Alex's body could you see moving?
His arms and his legs.
His arms and his legs?
Yes.
What did it look like when you saw Alex's arms and legs moving?
He was trying to get away.
He was trying to get away.
Mm.
Could you see Alex's face this time too?
Mhm.
Yeah, yes or no?
Yes.
Did it look like to you Alex could breathe or not breathe?
Not. Breathe.
Not? Was there another time that you remember your mom choking Alex?
No.
No? We talked about kicking and we've talked about choking so far, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You said that you saw your mom punch Alex. Tell
Yeah.
us about the last time you remember your mom punching Alex.
She would like get him and punch him.
She hit him and punched him?
Yes.
What room did that happen in?
Wherever they were.
I didn't hear that answer. I'm sorry, Major.
Whatever room they were in.
Whatever room they were in?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Did you see your mom hit and punch Alex on one day or more than one days?
More.
Did your mom hit and punch Alex a lot?
Yes.
Did it happen on a lot of different days?
Yeah.
Where would your mom hit and punch Alex on Alex's body?
Everywhere.
Everywhere? What would Alex be doing when your mom would hit and punch Alex everywhere on his body?
Try to get away.
cry and get away?
Yeah.
Okay. Major, I want to make sure that I understand you when you say the word punch. So what does punch mean to you?
When you do this and then you hit.
The record should reflect that Major formed a fist with his hand. Did I get that right, Major? Did you show this?
Yeah.
Okay. How did it make you feel when you saw your mom hit and punch Alex?
Bad.
Sad? What would Alex be doing when he would be getting hit and punched?
Cry. And try to get away.
Cry and try to get away? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. Where on Alex's body would your mom hit and punch Alex?
Everywhere.
Everywhere? We talked about kicking, we talked about choking, we've talked about hitting and punching so far. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Major, I want to talk about Alex and food.
Okay.
How was Alex treated in the house with food?
You didn't get to eat that much.
He didn't get to eat that much?
Yeah.
Who kept Alex from eating?
My mom.
Your mom? Tell us about how your mom would keep Alex from eating.
She wouldn't let him eat.
She wouldn't let him eat?
Yeah.
Okay. Would your mom do something with pizza and Alex?
Yes.
What would your mom do with pizza and Alex?
She would only let him eat the crust.
She would or would not let him eat the crust?
She would only.
Only let him eat the crust.
We didn't eat it.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
So the only part of the pizza that Alex would get would be the crust?
Yeah.
Did everyone else get to eat pizza?
Yeah.
Was Alex the only kid that did not get to eat pizza?
Yes.
Did Alex have to eat food in a special room or a special way?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
She made him eat on the ground.
On the ground?
Yes.
Would Derek be home or not home when your mom would make Alex eat on the ground or only eat the crust?
Not home.
Not home? What about hot sauce? Is there something that happened with hot sauce in the house?
Yeah, she would make him eat it.
She would make who eat it?
Alex.
Tell us about how mom would make Alex eat hot sauce.
She would make him eat it.
Where would your mom put the hot sauce?
I don't remember.
Would she put it on Alex's food?
Yes. In his mouth.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did Alex like hot sauce?
No.
How do you know Alex didn't like hot sauce?
Because he didn't want it.
Because he what?
Didn't want it.
Didn't want it?
Yes.
What would Alex do when hot sauce was put on his food?
He would have to eat it.
Who would make Alex eat the food with the hot sauce on it?
My mom.
Major, do you remember a time where Alex's leg was hurt?
Yes.
Do you remember seeing your mom do something to Alex's leg?
Yes.
Tell us what you saw your mom do to Alex's leg.
She pushed him down the stairs.
You said your mom pushed Alex down the stairs?
Yes.
How do you know your mom pushed Alex down the stairs?
Because I seen it.
You saw it?
Yes.
Do you remember telling people that Aria pushed Alex down the stairs?
No.
No? you remember a time where Brantley or Aria told you that Aria pushed Alex down the stairs?
No.
No? Okay. You said you saw your mom push Alex down the stairs?
Yes.
Tell us what you saw with your eyes when that happened.
Her push him
Where on Alex's body did mom push him?
on his back.
On his back? Where was mom when she pushed Alex on his back?
Behind him.
Where on the stairs? Was she at the top of the stairs, the bottom, in the middle, something else?
Top.
The top? Where was Alex when that happened?
The top.
The top? Do you remember going to the doctor because of Alex's leg?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No? Did anyone tell you not to talk about Alex's leg and what happened to Alex?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember telling people that your mom said to not talk about what happened to Alex's leg?
No.
No? Okay. Major, did Alex get up in the middle of the night sometimes?
Yes.
Did you see him get up sometimes?
Yes.
Do you know why Alex would get up at night?
To get food.
To get food? Do you know what Alex would try and sneak to get?
No.
No? At your mom's house, where is your bedroom?
I
What's that?
don't remember.
Okay. That was kind of a bad question on my part. I'm sorry I asked a bad question. Let me ask it this way. Where is the bathroom? And how close is the bathroom to your bedroom at your mom's house?
Well, my bedroom changed.
Your bedroom changed?
I had
Let's talk about where your bedroom was right before Alex died.
right next to the bathroom.
Your bedroom was right next to the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. Could you hear what was happening in the bathroom from your bedroom?
No.
No. What about upstairs? Could you hear people upstairs when you're in your bedroom?
No.
No. I want to talk about the day before Alex died, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember being home from school that day?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember what you did that day?
No.
No. Okay. Do you remember finding out that Derek got arrested?
I remember that I was
Tell me everything you remember about when Derek got arrested that night.
I remember seeing the cops.
You remember seeing the cops?
Yes.
Did you see Derek before he got arrested?
Yes.
Yes. What do you remember Derek doing before he got arrested?
No.
What's that?
Well, yeah.
I couldn't hear you, Major. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What was Derek doing before the cops came for him?
Just sitting on the couch is what I remember.
Just sitting on the couch is what you remember?
Yes.
What do you remember about how Derek looked?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? The day before Alex died, do you remember Alex having an accident in his underwear?
Yeah.
Who changed his underwear when he had the accident?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Was that in the morning or in the afternoon or something else?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. You remember when he had the accident?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Tell me everything you remember about the accident.
He went in his underwear because she wouldn't let him go to the bathroom.
He went in his underwear because
She wouldn't let him go in the bathroom.
who wouldn't let him go to the bathroom?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yes.
Tell me about your mom not letting him go to the bathroom. How do you know that?
Because I seen her tell him that,
You saw her tell him?
that he couldn't go to the bathroom.
You're really quiet. I'm sorry. What was that last part?
I seen her tell him that he can't.
You saw her tell him that he couldn't?
Yes.
Okay. And when Alex went to the bathroom, do you remember who changed him after he had the accident?
No.
No. Do you remember if that was in the morning or afternoon or night?
No. No.
No? Okay. You got picked up by Grandma
Yeah.
that night, right?
Yeah.
Did Jalen get picked up too, if you remember?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Is it hard to remember everything from back then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about Alex right before you left from getting picked up by Grandma. What was he doing?
Sitting on the couch.
He was sitting on the couch.
He looked like he was sleeping, but I
He looked like, I can't hear you, buddy.
think he was sleeping.
He looked like he was sleeping. Could you see Alex's face?
No.
No? Do you remember getting pizza that night?
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember taking pizza to Jaden when Grandma picked you up? I'm sorry, Zayden, not Jaden, Zayden. I got that wrong.
No.
You remember that?
No.
No? Okay. Do you remember Alex only getting crust that night?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? If Alex only got crust that night, who would have given him only crust?
My mom.
Your mom? Major, did you ever see Derek hurt Alex?
No.
The night before Alex died, did you ever see Derek do anything to Alex?
No.
No. After Derek was arrested by the police, do you remember seeing Alex and how he looked?
He was sleeping.
He was sleeping.
I think.
You remember if Alex was sleeping the whole time Derek was home from work?
No.
No? Okay. In your bedroom, did you have a TV in your room?
Yes.
Yeah? Did Mom and Derek fight a lot?
Yes.
When they would fight, would Derek yell? I don't know.
I don't know.
Would they both yell?
Yeah.
What would you do when Mom and Derek would fight?
Go in my room.
Go in your room. What would the other kids do?
Just go in their room.
Go in the room.
Just
Major, do you remember a time where you saw your mom bend Alex's leg?
yeah.
Tell us about that time.
She bent his leg.
She bent his leg. What room did that happen in?
I don't remember.
Where was Alex when Mom bent his leg?
By her.
By her?
Yes.
Okay. Was Alex sitting, standing, laying down, something else?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
What do you remember about seeing Mom bend Alex's leg? Where did his leg go?
Back.
Back?
Like,
Help me understand. What did it go close to?
just went like, at his like back.
By his back?
Yeah.
Did Mom bend Alex's leg one time or more than one time?
One.
More than one time? Did Mom bend Alex's leg a lot?
No.
Yeah, yes or no?
No.
No, okay. Did it happen more than 2 times?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember your mom bending Alex's leg before he went to the doctor?
No.
No. Major, did anyone tell you what to say today?
No.
No? Did anyone tell you what to say happened to Alex?
No.
No. Is it hard to be in this room talking about things your mom did?
Yes.
Is it hard because your mom's in this room?
Yes.
Major, where do you live now?
In Duluth.
Who do you live with?
My dad.
Your dad? Have you lived with your dad since Alex died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Major, what color are you wearing today?
Red.
Why are you wearing red today?
It's Alex's favorite color.
Alex's favorite color?
Yeah.
Okay. Major, that's all the questions I have for you right now, okay?
Okay.
Someone else is going to ask you some questions, and then I might have some more, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Zach.
Hi, Major. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My name's Chris. You can call me Chris if you have any questions, okay?
Okay.
What you got there in your hands? A fidget?
Yeah.
Did you get that today, or did you bring that with you to court?
Today.
You got it today? Who gave that to you?
We got it in the room.
The guy in the room? The guy that you were just talking to?
No, I got this one in the room.
Oh, you got this one in this room here?
No.
Okay. Where did you
The
get
room I was sitting in before.
it? Was sitting there before. Okay. So, Major, I know that you spent some time talking to Mr. Torbenson before you came in here. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
You do or you don't?
Yes.
Okay. How many times did you get together and practice what you were going to say here?
One.
Just once? What day was that? You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. And Major, is this the first time you've seen your mom in a really long time?
Yeah.
Did anyone tell you not to look at her when you came in here?
Nope.
Did you know that it was going to be the plan for everyone to wear red for Alex today before you came in?
Yes.
That's something that your family talked about doing before you came in?
Yeah.
Now, Major, I want to talk to you about Alex and ask you some of the questions. If you don't remember, it's okay to say, I don't remember. Can you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
And if you think that you made a mistake or misspoke earlier, it's okay to tell me that too. Can you agree to do that?
Mhm. Yes.
And if you don't understand what I'm talking to you about, can you promise me that you'll tell me and ask me to ask it a different way?
Yep.
So, Major, everybody has trouble remembering things some of the time. Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you have ADHD, is that right?
Yeah.
Does that that can make it hard to pay attention sometimes, is that fair?
Mhm.
I didn't catch that, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. And are you taking medicine for ADHD now?
No.
No? When did you stop taking your ADHD medicine?
I don't remember.
Has it been a long time?
Yeah.
Your mom always wanted you to take your ADHD medication, is that right?
Yeah.
But your dad didn't like you taking the medicine?
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't take it when you were at your dad's house, but mom made you take it at school, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And did you just go to the school nurse for that then?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. Major, we saw some videos of you talking to a woman named Danielle 3 years ago.
Mm.
Did you get a chance to look at those videos or watch those videos before coming to the courthouse today?
No.
Okay. Have you seen them since, or have you ever seen them?
No.
Okay. It looked like you were kind of bored during those talks. Does that sound familiar?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you remember talking to Danielle at Stepping Stones?
Yeah.
You don't remember coming in and having somebody ask you questions about Alex?
I remember that.
You do? Okay. Do you think your memory was better then or now?
Then
Then? Okay. How old are you today, Major?
11.
You're 11? Okay. And I want to talk to you about what the house looked like when you lived with your mom and some of the others back in 2023. So I want to talk to you a little bit about who was all living there. So it was you, right?
Yeah.
And you had a room on next to the bathroom on the ground floor right before Alex died. Is that right?
Yes.
And also in the house was your brother Brantley. Is that right?
Yeah.
You're pretty good friends with Brantley?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Aria? Was Aria living there?
Yes.
And Jalen?
Yes.
And Zayden, I understand, didn't live there. Is that right?
Yeah, he didn't.
Where did Zayden live?
With Grandma.
Okay. With your grandma Becky?
Yes.
Okay. And that house sounded like there was a lot of, well, Derek lived there too. Is that right?
Yes.
And it sounds like there were a lot of people in the house. Is that right?
Yeah.
In fact, I think what you told Danielle a few years ago was that because all the kids yelling and screaming, your sister Jalen would take pills for headaches. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you like playing with each other?
Yes.
Did you like playing with Brantley and Aria?
Yeah.
Do you still see Brantley and Aria?
Not really, because I moved to Duluth.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, because I moved to Duluth.
You moved to Duluth? Okay. So, and you're living with your dad now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about what this house looks like. And I'm going to show you some pictures of your room from the inside and the outside, and we're going to just talk about that a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Do you like hockey now that you're living up in Duluth?
No.
Everybody likes hockey in Duluth. You'll get used to it. First up, exhibits, please. Major, is it okay if I come stand next to you and show you some pictures?
Yeah.
So this one has a sticker on it. It says 241. What are we looking at here?
Old house.
The old house? And do you see whose room this is?
It's my.
That's your room right there? So it's your room into the open door?
Mhm.
Okay, and it looks like there's a bulletin board here.
Yeah.
See that? And looks like your mom wrote on there that brush your teeth, boys. Do you see that?
Wasn't that? I don't remember that.
Okay. Do you see it on the photo? Would you like to take a look, Major?
Mhm.
Would your mom do stuff like that, remind you to brush your teeth?
No.
No? Did she have to remind the boys more than the girls to brush their teeth?
She didn't.
Okay. So, Major, I'm showing you another picture. It's got a sticker that says 242 on it. Whose room is that?
Mine.
Okay, so that's a picture of the inside of your room?
Mhm.
All right, it looks like we've got your bed off in the corner there. Is that where you slept?
Yeah.
And it looks, you have one of those cool chairs that you can kind of just sink into next to the bed?
Yeah.
And then looks like you have a TV over here by your bed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that where you would watch TV?
Mhm.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And looks like you have some other stuff in there, pictures and some clothing. Is that right?
Mhm.
And it looks like a bag of Cheetos and a can of root beer. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you like root beer, Major?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you 243 here. Major, is this a view from your bed looking towards your TV in your room?
Yeah.
Okay. And your mom's room is a little bit down the hallway to the right there. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, your mom had a special door on her bedroom. Do you remember that?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. She slept in, I guess it was an old dining room. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm showing you 244. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Does that look like a picture from inside of your mom's room?
Yeah.
And your mom had like that curtain hanging down off of her bedroom door. Is that right?
Yeah.
You can see the police officer has to brush it aside to get inside. You guys would have to kind of go through the curtain in order to get into your mom's room. Is that right?
Yeah.
And in offer 241 through 244, Your Honor.
Objection received.
Like to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection? No. Publish.
241. So, Major, there's a TV screen up there, and there's a TV screen behind you, whichever one you want to look at, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Major, is this the picture that we looked at that shows your bedroom from the outside?
Yeah.
And I've got my laser pointer here. I'm circling that right now. Is that your bedroom from the outside? And your mom's room would be somewhere down here outside of the picture. Is that correct? Okay. And that's the bulletin board up here we were talking about that says "Brush your teeth, boys."
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to picture 242. So, Major, is this your bedroom from the outside looking in?
Yeah.
And that's your bed, that mattress there in the corner? And your TV is up there on the opposite side, so you can watch TV in bed or in that chair?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm showing you 243 now. Major, is this your bedroom from the bed looking towards the door?
Mhm.
Okay. And we can't see the door to your mom's room from this angle of the picture. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm showing you 244. Is this your mom's room?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's that big curtain that was up in your mom's room on the door of her room?
Yep.
And you see the police officer has to kind of move it to the side in order to get in and peek inside?
Mhm.
Um, that's what people did to get in and out of your mom's room, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Major, back in 2023, 3 years ago, we can take the Elmo down. Thanks. Your mom and dad didn't really get along, did they?
No.
I'm going to object. I think he misphrased it. I think he meant Derek.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, you knew your mom and dad didn't get along?
What?
You know that your mom and dad didn't get along back then?
They didn't.
They didn't, yeah. And they would say mean things about each other. Is that fair?
Objection calls for hearsay.
Back then, the listener judge.
Yeah, overruled.
You remember them ever saying mean things about each other?
Yeah.
And your mom was taking you to a special doctor that you wouldn't talk to. Do you remember that?
Objection.
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
Staying.
Judge. To talk about things at home?
Yeah.
And was it your mom that was taking you to go see Jeff?
Yeah.
And your mom made you go see Jeff quite a few times, is that right?
Yeah.
You're not seeing Jeff anymore? You're not talking to Jeff anymore?
No.
Now, Major, back then, it could be pretty hard going from one house to the other house, from your mom's to your dad's. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And sometimes you would be pretty upset when you had to go to your dad's. Do you remember that?
No.
Times you would be pretty upset when your dad had to give you back to your mom. Do you remember that? You remember that, Major?
Yes.
And I want to talk about some of the rules that you had when you were in the home. when you're in your mom's home 3 years ago. Your mom cooked a lot of your dinners, is that right?
No.
No? What kind of food did you like to eat back then?
Pizza.
Pizza? Okay, we've heard a lot about pizza, but you didn't eat pizza for every meal, right?
No.
And remember your mom's rule that you had to try at least a bite of your food before you could make something else?
No.
No? Your mom always had things like corn dogs around so that you could microwave them?
Yeah.
And she had things like Hot Pockets
Yeah.
and ramen noodles
Yeah.
and pizza bites?
No.
No? Okay. You knew how to make those things in the microwave?
Yeah.
And you knew how to make those things if you didn't like what your mom had cooked for dinner?
Yeah.
There was also a big crate with a bunch of fruit and vegetables in it. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember something in the kitchen where you can get an apple or a banana or an orange when you wanted it?
No.
Did you like eating fruit and vegetables back then?
Yeah.
So, Major, you remember your mom ever talking about how pizza is expensive?
No.
No? You don't remember that?
No.
And your mom wanted to make sure that all of you got slices of pizza. Is that right?
No.
Do you remember your mom's rule, Major, that everyone has to eat the crust before you get your next slice of pizza?
No.
You don't remember that? Do you remember having to eat the crust, Major?
Mm,
I didn't hear that.
no.
No? So, Major, you got some pretty nice presents when you were living with your dad. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He bought you a PlayStation?
Yeah.
What kind of games do you like to play on the PlayStation?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? You don't play the PlayStation anymore?
I do.
Okay. What kind of games do you like now?
Roblox.
Roblox? Okay. Did your dad get you that game too?
Free.
Free? Do you have other games for the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay. What other games do you have?
Minecraft.
Minecraft? Okay. It's a popular one. Did you like playing Minecraft when you were living with your mom?
No.
No? You remember getting a new bike back then?
No.
How about new scooters?
Yeah.
How about a smartwatch?
Yeah.
And your mom didn't have as much money and couldn't get you those things. Is that fair?
No.
Your mom wasn't able to buy you a PlayStation. Is that right, Major?
No.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about a
Mm.
few of the things that you said back in 2023. And I just want to ask you about some of this. This is from the first time you talked to Danielle. Do you remember going to see her twice?
No.
No? Okay.
Mm.
Well, I'm going to ask you, Major. Do you remember telling Danielle that Alex wasn't allowed to eat ranch or ketchup at school? No? Was that the case, or was Alex allowed to eat ranch or ketchup at school?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I wasn't.
How about, do you remember talking to Danielle and telling her that Alex will get in trouble at school when Mom saw him standing up and eating?
No.
Was Alex allowed to stand up and eat at school?
No. No.
You don't remember? Do you remember telling Danielle that Alex would get in trouble for eating with his mouth open at school?
No.
Was Alex allowed to eat with his mouth open at school?
I don't remember.
Don't remember? If you said these things to Danielle 3 years ago, why would you say that, Major?
I don't remember.
Okay. Now, your mom wasn't at school watching you eat lunch, is that right?
Nope.
That's not right, or no, she
She
wasn't?
wasn't watching us.
She wouldn't watch you eat lunch. That'd be pretty weird, right? So, Major, when you were asked how you knew that your mom would get angry and hurt Alex because of this, you didn't know why you said that to Danielle. Is that right?
I don't remember
Sure.
her getting mad
Do you have any idea why you would have said that back then?
because I remembered back then.
Okay. So back then, you're saying that if you told her that Alex would get in trouble for eating ranch and ketchup at school, and your mom would find out and punish him, that was true back then.
I don't remember.
Sure. And if you knew that mom wasn't able to see what Alex was eating at school or how he was eating at school, does it sound like you knew exactly, or does it sound like, Major, that maybe you were thinking of reasons for why Alex would get hurt?
No.
No? Well, you agree that, or do you agree with me, Major, that if your mom wasn't able to see Alex at school and how he ate, it would be pretty hard for her to figure that out and punish him later?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about what you said to her about spanking. Do you remember talking about spanking or hitting at all when you talked to Danielle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember telling her that this is what Alex got spanked for using ranch or ketchup at school?
I don't remember.
You remember, Major, telling Danielle that Alex got spanked because he would stand up and eat at school?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling Danielle that Alex would get spanked because he was talking to his friends while he was eating? You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is something that Brantley and Aria would have been around for as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Major, how come Brant and Aria never saw any of this?
Objection, that calls for speculation.
They should have been able to see this if your mom was spanking Alex for these reasons?
Objection calls for speculation.
Major, they would have seen your mom spanking Alex?
Objection calls for speculation.
Were Major or were Brantley and Aria ever in the same room when you said that your mom was spanking Alex?
No. What?
I didn't hear you.
I don't understand.
So you said that your mom would spank Alex hurt Alex in a number of different rooms, right? You said in the kitchen?
Yes.
In the living room?
Yeah.
In her room?
Yeah.
And they were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids at least around on most days. Is that right?
Yeah.
So when you say that your mom was doing these things to Alex, were any of those other kids ever in the same room as you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay. When you said that Alex was yelling and screaming, was that pretty loud?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Can you yell and scream quietly, or is that something that's usually pretty loud?
Loud.
That's usually pretty loud. And was it usually pretty loud when you heard Alex doing that?
I don't remember.
Okay. So, Major, I want to talk a little bit about Derek.
Okay.
So, do you remember telling Danielle, that you saw Derek be mean to your mom? No? Did it scare you when Derek would hurt your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it scare you when Derek would yell at your mom?
No.
No? Was it a no or a yes?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? Did it scare you when Derek would choke your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty scary thing to see, isn't it?
Mhm.
Were you scared for your mom then?
Yeah.
And you told Danielle that you knew what Derek looked like when he got drunk. Do you remember saying that?
No.
Did you know what Derek looked like when he was drunk?
I don't remember.
Was Derek drunk a lot back then?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you remember talking to Danielle that you knew what Derek looked like when he was drunk?
I don't remember.
He wasn't very nice when he was drunk, was he?
I don't remember.
You remember the police ever having to come and get Derek because he was drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was always pretty stressful, right, Major?
Yeah.
Yeah. And was it hard to sleep sometimes if Derek was yelling and screaming when he was drunk?
Yeah.
That happened a lot, right?
Yeah.
And Derek could be pretty mean to you too. Is that right?
No.
No? Did you ever tell your dad, Mark, that Derek slapped you across the face?
I don't remember.
If you told your dad that, would that have been the truth or a not truth?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? You don't remember telling your dad at all that Derek would hurt you like that?
Don't remember.
You remember Major being around when Derek was hurting your mom in front of you?
Yeah.
And there was one time that we saw you in a video. Do you remember Derek being really angry with your mom and other people in the house where you were hiding inside of a closet?
Don't remember.
I showed you just a screenshot, a still shot of you in the closet. Would that help you remember that day, Major?
Maybe.
Maybe? Do you remember which day I'm talking about, Major?
Don't remember.
Did it happen so often that they all kind of blend together?
Don't remember.
You don't remember. I mean, just go to the go to the specific before we. Did Derek scare you when he would hit your mom?
Yeah.
I'd like to project previously that it's State's Exhibit or 5, I believe, and it's just we're stopped at 6 seconds in.
As long as it's just a screenshot, not the video.
Major, who's that in the closet there?
Me.
That's you. You look like you're pretty scared. Does that look like that to you too? Looked like you might have been crying too. Were you crying, Major?
I don't remember.
Remember? You're not normally hiding in a closet like that on most days, is that right?
Yeah.
So something must have really scared you to put you in that position, huh?
Yeah.
Do you remember what Derek was doing when that picture was taken?
I don't remember.
You remember Derek hurting your mom?
I don't remember.
You remember Derek yelling at Alex?
No.
Yeah, we can take that down. Thanks. You remember Derek hitting and then choking your mom after that?
I don't remember.
Is that something that you don't want to remember, Major?
Don't remember.
Now, Major, do you remember a time when you were in the car with your mom and Brantley and Aria and Alex, and Derek was with Alex or next to Alex in the car?
No.
Do you remember? Can I get State's Exhibit 5, please?
Yeah.
That's not 5. There's a screenshot. That's
Have him go outside. You run around with it, okay? We're gonna take a good break. Off? Okay, there you go. I did, didn't I? Oh, well, if you need a couple more minutes, or is he doing okay? Yeah, check. See where's that.
I think we'll be ready.
Come on up, Major. Yeah, just come on up and take a seat. All right. So we're going to bring going back on the record, we're going to bring the jury in. You know what we call that when we take a break in court?
Yeah.
We call it recess.
Recess?
Just like at school. That's exactly the same thing. Okay, we're going to bring the jury back in, okay? What? Okay. Thank you. Always use one of these.
Adult recess is the last one.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yep. Go back. All right, thank you.
All right. Major, do you have it in you if we talk a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you a picture that has 245 on it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you recognize anybody in that picture?
No.
Do you recognize yourself in that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you right there? Who's that sitting next to you?
Brantley?
Brantley, yep. Okay, Judge, I'm off for 2:45. I think this is a digital exhibit on State's Exhibit 5.
Right. Any objection?
Not yet.
Okay. Received?
So, I want to show this picture. So, this is what we call a still shot from a video. You see somebody's arm behind you there?
Yeah.
And you see a tattoo on that arm? I'm gonna circle with the laser pointer here. Like, do you see the tattoo there?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Does that look like Derek's arm?
I don't know.
You don't know? Major, do you remember a day when Derek was out saying some pretty mean things to Alex that day?
No.
You don't remember that at all?
No.
Do you remember Derek asking Alex if he liked getting beat up?
No.
I'm looking at your face here, Major. It looks like you're looking at what's going on back there. Does that look like where you're looking? Were you ever happy when Derek was mad at you?
No.
Would you be glad if Derek wasn't mad at you?
I don't know.
You don't know? So, did you usually sit next to Brantley in the car like that?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? I want to talk to you about the birthday party that you went to in Sparta. Do you remember that day, Major?
No.
Okay, do you remember just talking to Mr. Torbenson about that day?
No.
Major, do you recall Derek being really mean to your mom after he got into a fight at the birthday party?
Oh, that birthday party?
Yeah, that birthday party.
What do you got?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your answer.
Yeah.
And that was one of the times when you saw Derek drunk, is that right?
Yeah.
And Derek was really mad at your mom because he got hurt during a fight at that birthday party, is that right?
No.
And Derek was drunk enough that you started throwing some Hot Wheel cars at him. Do you remember that?
No.
Is that something that you would do to Derek when he was acting like that towards your mom?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Let's talk about the car ride home. Do you remember having to stop a couple of times where Derek would get out of the car?
No.
Is that a no or a yes? I didn't hear you.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Were you scared when Derek was hurting your mom during that car ride?
You object. He presumes facts on evidence. He said he doesn't remember.
Doesn't remember. Move on.
Do you remember, Major, Derek hitting your mom during that car ride?
I don't remember the car ride.
You don't remember the car ride? Okay. So, Major, was there ever a time when you thought it would be funny to put hot sauce on Alex's food?
No.
You don't remember doing that?
No.
No? Okay. And was there ever a time when you thought it was funny or fun to wrestle with your brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah? You were usually the biggest kid there, was that right? Or the biggest boy?
Yeah.
Yep. And usually you won when you guys play wrestled or fooled around like that, is that right?
No, I don't remember.
And sometimes your mom would yell at you if she thought you were being too rough with the other boys. Do you remember that, Major?
No.
No? You remember your mom ever telling you that you can't hurt your brothers or your sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was pretty angry at you when she thought that you would hurt your brothers or your sisters. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Told you that you can't do that to your brothers and your sisters?
Remember.
You don't remember? So, Major, I want to talk about what you said about kicking, okay? One of the things you said was that Alex would be walking around and Mom would kick him in the face. Remember saying that?
No.
Yeah?
Said no.
So you don't remember that? Do you remember telling Danielle that your mom would kick Alex in the face when he was walking around?
I don't remember.
Do you like karate or martial arts or anything, Major?
No.
No? I used to do this. I want to show you a few things here and see if we can figure out what you said you saw your mom do, okay? Can you do me a favor, just watch me? So was it like a front kick like this?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? Was she in the air, jumping up in the air, kicking Alex?
I don't remember.
You don't remember anything about the kicks to Alex's face when he was standing?
Not when he was standing.
What's that?
Not when he was standing.
Major, do you remember talking to Danielle about kicking 3 years ago when you went and talked to her?
No.
And Major, do you remember if you told Danielle or not whether Alex was standing or sitting or on the floor when he got kicked?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? And you didn't tell Danielle at all that Alex was getting kicked in the kitchen, is that right?
Don't remember.
You didn't tell Danielle at all that Alex was getting kicked in the living room?
I don't remember.
You didn't tell Danielle at all that Alex fell to the ground and your mom began kicking him in the kitchen?
I don't remember.
Okay. And as of today, you can't tell me anything about how that kick looked like?
I said I don't remember.
You don't remember at all. Okay. So let's talk a little bit then about about Alex falling down the stairs. So when you talked to Danielle, Major, you told her that you heard that Aria had pushed Alex down the stairs. Is that what you told her 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And in fact, you said the same thing to her 2 different times, the 2 times that you met, right? And you told Danielle that you didn't see it because you were out playing. Is that correct?
I object. I think that mischaracterizes. I think he said he was waiting for his dad to pick him up.
My apologies. You told Danielle that you were outside waiting for your dad to pick you up, so you didn't see Alex fall down the stairs. Is that right?
I don't know.
You don't remember? So, Major, almost 3 years have gone by more than 3 years have gone by since you talked to Danielle. And what you told us today was that you saw your mom push Alex down the stairs. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay, where were you standing, Major, when you say that you saw this?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Which stairway was this?
The one to the basement.
The one to the basement. Okay. And what you said was that for no reason at all, your mom just pushed Alex down the stairs. Is that right?
Yep.
And you never said that to anybody else over the last 3 years. Is that right, Major?
I don't remember.
You know that when you talk to people like Danielle or police officers, they have to write a police report?
Yep.
And you know that I get all of those police reports?
Yep.
And if none of those police reports were issued, Major, do you think that you've told anybody in the last 3 years?
Oh,
I
I
didn't.
don't understand.
Say again?
I don't understand.
You don't understand. Okay. So are you saying that you told any police officer or social worker about your mom pushing Alex down the stairs in the last 3 years?
No. No.
It's something that you're telling people for the first time today. Is that right, Major?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you said that Alex was kicked in the kitchen, were there any other kids around that you could see?
I don't remember.
When you said that Alex was kicked in the living room and was crying and yelling, what other kids were around?
I don't remember.
And you said that your mom would do this to Alex at night too?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Derek would sleep out in the living room a lot, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So your mom would be doing this out in the common area of the house where Derek was sleeping?
No.
No? And you never said that Derek noticed your mom doing anything at night to Alex. Is that right, Major?
Don't understand.
Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what you said about bending the leg. So today you said that Alex broke his leg when your mom pushed him down the stairs. Is that right?
Yep.
Do you remember telling Danielle something different?
I don't remember.
So today you said that your mom bent Alex's leg backwards and so he was screaming. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And you said that you saw this from your room looking into your mom's room. Is that right?
No.
No? Did you tell that to Danielle 3 years ago, Major?
I don't remember.
You remember telling Danielle that Alex was on the floor and then saying that this happened on the bed later on?
I don't remember.
And do you remember telling Danielle that you were watching from your room into your mom's room?
That's the same question you just asked.
Okay. Do you remember saying that?
That I don't remember.
Sure. All right. So when you talked to Danielle about which way your mom was bending Alex's leg, you told Danielle that she was bending it forward towards his head. Is that right, Major?
I don't remember.
Are you guessing at which way you saw the leg bent when you told us about that here today, Major?
I don't.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
No.
No? Were you guessing when you told Danielle that the leg was bent the other way 3 years ago?
No.
Did you say, I don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Were you guessing when you told Danielle that you could see your mom doing this from your bedroom into into your mom's room?
I don't know.
And I'm going to reproject 244 again. It's your mom's room again.
Yeah.
That curtain was red and was tacked all the way up to the top of the door. Is that right, Major?
Yeah.
And unless that curtain's moved, you can't see through that. Is that right?
Yep.
And I assume you don't have X-ray vision, right?
Nope.
Okay, so if your mom's door was like that, it would be pretty hard to see through the curtain from the outside. Is that fair to say?
I didn't see through the curtain.
You realize that's what you told Danielle, that you could see into your mom's room from your room?
We didn't have the curtain there all the time.
Didn't have the curtain always up. There's nowhere to hang the curtain up there, a rack or a pen or something that the curtain can be hung on?
No.
And the curtain, Major, you know what day this picture was taken?
No.
That was the day that Alex passed away. Do you remember the room like that?
No, I don't remember.
So, Major, today are you saying that you didn't see your mom in her room bending Alex's leg backwards while she was strangling him? Or are you saying that you did see that from your
It
room?
wasn't that day.
You're saying that you saw that from your bedroom into your mom's room?
Nope.
No? You realize that's what you told Danielle?
The curtain wasn't always up.
Well, the curtain was pressed in there with thumbtacks. Do you remember that, Major?
Yep.
Yep. So in order to take the curtain down, you would have to take the thumbtacks out of the wall. Is that right?
Before she put it up.
What's that?
Before she put the curtain up.
Before she put the curtain up. You know that the curtain is in pictures from other points of this case, too?
It wasn't always up.
Okay. And I just want to understand what you're saying. You're saying that your mom was on the ground or on the bed with Alex doing this?
Ground.
On the ground. Okay. You were in your room on your bed. Is that right?
Yep.
And from that position, you were able to see your mom bending Alex's leg one way while also choking him up at the same time. Is that right?
Object, that mischaracterizes the video. She didn't say it did at the same time.
I didn't say that she did it at the same time.
You didn't say that she did at the same time?
She didn't.
Judge, I'll rephrase. I mean, the jury can rely on their recollection of the video. So you're saying you're able to see this, your mom doing that from your bedroom. Is that right?
I walked in there and seen her did it.
What's that?
I walked in her room and then I seen her doing it.
Saw her doing this. And your mom didn't react to you coming into the room while she was doing this to Alex?
Nope.
Nope. And what you told us was that you went and got Brantley to try and get some help. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Brantley come downstairs with you then?
Yeah.
All right. Did Brantley come into the room when this was happening then?
Yeah.
Okay. And when Brantley came into the room, your mom was still doing this to Alex? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
And is this the same day that you say that you saw her choking Alex?
Bending his leg backwards?
Yep.
No.
Okay, so you're saying that those two things did not happen on the same day?
Nope.
Now, do you remember Major telling or demonstrating to Danielle how your mom choked Alex the first time you talked about this?
No.
Major, if you could look at me, do you remember going like this with two hands around your neck?
I don't remember.
And how is it that you're saying that your mother choked Alex today?
With two hands.
Well, how did she do it, Major?
She had both of her hands around his neck.
Both of her hands around his
He
neck.
was on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Major, do you realize that you later told Danielle in those same chats that she only used one hand around his neck? I got a shrug. Do you remember that?
I don't.
Okay. And now, one of the things that you also said was that your mom would punish Alex by making him sit on her bed and fold socks. Do you remember saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom had a different room where she did a lot of the laundry, isn't that right?
No.
Kind of that playroom at the end of the hallway. Do you remember all the clothes being folded up in there, Major?
No.
Major, do you remember telling anybody that you wanted to be the one who pushed Alex down the stairs?
What?
Do you remember telling Danielle that, or do you remember telling anybody that you wanted to be the one who pushed Alex down the stairs instead of Aria?
Objection,
No.
it's vague. I don't know, who would he make the statement to, when?
Sustained.
Do you know Laura Lee?
Yeah.
Do you remember ever telling her that you wanted to be the one to push Alex down the stairs, but Raya got to him first?
No.
So, Alex, one of the other things that you said today was that your mom would punch Alex. Is that right?
Yep.
Which hand, or was it one hand, two hands, or something else?
Both.
Both hands. Okay, so your mom was curling both of her hands into fists,
Yep.
and she was swinging forward and kind of boxing at Alex?
Nope, he was on the ground.
Okay, she was doing that to him on the ground. Which room of the house was this happening in, Major?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? Major, do you remember whether or not you ever told Danielle that your mom was punching Alex?
I don't remember.
And if you didn't bring up punching 3 years ago, do you think your memory was better or worse back then?
I don't know.
And which kids were around when your mom was punching Alex on the floor with both of her hands like that? You think it was just you again?
No, I just don't remember.
You just don't remember. Now, when Derek would get home from work, he would never notice any of these things that had happened to Alex, being punched or kicked or choked. Is that right, Major?
Cause for speculation.
Sustained.
Alex didn't look like he had gotten beaten up later in the day after these things had happened. Is that right, Major?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, you know what looks. You ever seen somebody who's been into a fight and got hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that people can get bruises or bumps and look like they've been in a fight?
Yep.
And Alex didn't look like that at the end of these days, did he?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't remember that? You don't remember ever seeing any red marks or bruises around Alex's throat after he had been strangled?
I don't remember.
You don't remember seeing any black eyes or anything after being punched in the face?
I don't remember.
You don't remember seeing any like fat lips?
Don't remember.
Still doing well, Major? Or do you need another break?
Another break.
Need another break?
Yeah.
Can you just look at this picture and then we'll go?
Okay.
Okay.
So, Major, this is 246, the picture. Does that look familiar to you?
Jalen's room.
Yep. And what do we see all over Jalen's room?
Close.
Clothes. Do we see some laundry baskets in there as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Off 246.
All right, any objections?
No.
Received?
All right. So, Major, we're looking at all these clothes. It looks like there's clothes on the bed, right?
Yeah.
clothes in the hamper down here. More hampers full of clothes over here.
Mhm.
And then another hamper of clothes right in the front here.
Yep.
You remember your mom's folding laundry in there or getting the clothes ready in that room?
No.
No?
Just where she put the clothes.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
It's where she put the clothes.
That's where she put the clothes? Okay. That's not your mom's bedroom, right?
No.
Major, I want to talk to you about the last day that Alex was alive, okay? And I was a little bit confused when I heard what you said earlier, when you said that you saw your mom choking Alex the day before. Are we talking about February 10th, before you went to your grandma's, or are we talking about the day before that, February 9th?
The day before that.
So February 9th is what you're saying then, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you know whether or not Derek was working that day?
I don't remember.
And you don't recall whether or not Derek would have been home on February 9th?
I don't remember.
All right. So you've talked to a lot of people about this last day, and I just want to talk about what you told Danielle, and we can go from there. So this would have been a Friday. Do you remember that, Major?
Yeah.
And you said that all of you were at home. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling Danielle that you had a corn dog for lunch?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling Danielle that your mom gave Alex ramen for lunch?
I don't remember what I had.
I'm sorry. I just repeat that for us, Major. I didn't hear that.
I don't remember what we had.
You remember saying that you and Brantley and Aria were running around the house playing hide and go seek around lunchtime?
No.
And that Derek was at home on the 10th playing his Xbox while you were running around playing hide and go seek.
I don't remember.
Remember that?
Okay.
Remember
Can I
saying
just-
that?
Come up here for a second.
About the last day that Alex was alive.
Oh, I wasn't there the last day.
What's that?
The last day?
Yep, February 10th, the last day that you saw Major. Do you remember anything at all about that day? No?
Not really.
Major, would your mom sometimes get you McDonald's?
Sometimes.
You remember your mom getting you McDonald's on February 10th?
No.
Major, do you remember how your mom was feeling on that day?
No.
Do you recall whether your mom was feeling sick?
Oh.
Alex had accidents sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And that last day, do you remember what kind of accident Alex had?
No.
Did I hear you say that he wet his pants or that he pooped his pants?
Make you wet.
What?
Make you wet.
He wet? And Major, what you said was that your mom would not let him go to the bathroom. Is that right?
Yep.
So what you're saying is that your mom wanted him to pee in his pants so that she would have to change him?
She didn't change him.
Well, do you remember just saying that you don't remember who changed Alex just a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you don't remember how Alex was feeling on that day either?
Really?
Not really? Do you remember
No.
if he was throwing up?
No.
Was that a no or a yeah?
No.
No. Okay. Thanks. So I want to talk to you about when the police came. And I'm just going to ask you, Major, are you saying that you remember the police coming on February 10th or you don't remember that?
I do.
You remember that. Okay. You were upstairs or in your room during this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you didn't come out and talk to the police, did you?
No.
And do you remember whether or not Derek came upstairs while you were up there?
I don't remember.
Okay. You think you'd remember if Derek ran past you and hit someplace?
I don't remember.
All right. So at some point, Grandma comes and picks you and Jalen up. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then Brantley, Aria, and Alex stay at home?
Yeah.
Do you remember telling Danielle that you didn't know that the police had arrested Derek that day?
No. I know now.
So, Major, after Alex died, you went to eventually living with your dad full time. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you spent a lot of time with your dad's side of the family. Is that right?
Yep.
You haven't seen your mom at all. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we know that your grandma was talking to you the day that Alex died about what had happened. Do you remember that?
No.
And I know that people have been saying things to you, Major, about what happened that day. Is that right?
What?
People have talked to you, Major, about how Alex died.
Objections, vague.
Sustained.
People have said that your mom is the one who hurt Alex.
Vague. Objection.
That's
Hearsay.
Back on the listener, Judge.
Who?
Members of your family have said that, right, Major?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. So after Alex died, your family has taken you to some events to protest for Alex. Is that right, Major?
Yep.
Can we have a sidebar?
Yeah. What number is it? 247.
So, Major, this is 247. Who's Sharon Howe Heallerud? Is that your grandma?
Yeah.
All right. And we see some people in this picture. Do you see anyone you recognize? Who do you recognize in that picture?
My grandma.
Grandma? Do you recognize you?
Yeah.
And is that you holding a sign?
Yeah.
And is this a bunch of people getting together for something called Justice for Alexavier?
Yep.
Okay. And you knew that, well, Major, Officer 247.
Objection.
Received. Go ahead.
All right. Is that you right there, Major? And are people holding up signs supporting Alex?
Yep.
And Major, people at these gatherings talk about your mom being the one who hurt Alex. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. How many of these have you been to?
I don't remember.
More than one?
Yep.
And is it your family that's bringing you to these gatherings?
Yep.
Major, did you get to meet any bikers because of your involvement in this case?
Yep.
Okay. And did you end up meeting bikers from a group called Bikers Against Child Abuse?
Yep.
And they treated you pretty special, is that fair to say?
Yep.
They made you a cool custom vest,
Yep.
and it says Justice for Alexavier on that vest? We can show that in a second, but it says you got a chance to take some pictures on the big cool motorcycles,
Yep.
and you took some pictures standing next to the Bikers Against Child Abuse flags.
Yep.
They gave you a teddy bear with a matching outfit. And this happened after your mom was accused of hurting Alex, is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm showing you 248. Who's that sitting on the Harley there?
Me.
Yeah, looks pretty cool, right? And who are all those people behind you?
Members
Of the Bikers Against Child Abuse?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're wearing something there in that photo. What are you wearing, Major?
the vest.
Okay, they gave you kind of a biker's cut.
Yep.
And looks like you have a passenger out front. Who's that? It's the teddy bear they gave you. All right. And showing you 249, Major. What do we see in that picture?
All of them.
Okay. Okay. And they have kind of a flag up there that they're having you take pictures in front of.
Yep. That's a blanket.
Okay, did you get that blanket?
Yeah.
Okay. And who took you to meet with the bikers against child abuse?
My dad.
Your dad did? Okay. I know they all told you that you were very brave for what you went through, is that right?
Yep.
They were proud of you for speaking up for Alex?
Yep.
Told you to stay strong?
Yep.
Here's Exhibit 250. Who's that there?
Me.
And are you wearing the biker cut that they gave you with your teddy bear? All right. And it says right here, I don't know if your eyes are better than mine, but it says something like, in memory of Alexavier. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know what the patch says, Major?
Can't see it.
That's fair enough. I can't read it either. Offer 248, 249, 250.
Objection.
Received.
So Major, I'm showing you 248.
Yep.
Is that you on the bike at the gathering your dad brought you to?
Yep.
Okay. And that's the teddy bear obviously too?
Yep.
Looks like you were having a good time that day. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Showing you 249. Is this you with all the other bikers that came out to meet you and talk to you about how brave you were? And I'm showing you Exhibit 250, Major. Is this you as well?
Yep.
I'm going to zoom in on the patch here. Does it look like it says something in memory of Alexavier on there? And you got to meet all of these people and get all of these things after your mom was accused of hurting Alex. Is that right?
Yep.
All I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Why don't we take another break? Or do you have just a few questions?
Major, are you good with me asking you a few questions? Yeah. Major, did your mom kick Alex a lot?
Yeah.
Did it happen on a lot of different days?
Yes.
Is it hard to remember all the days that it happened on?
Yeah.
Do you want to remember all the days it happened on, or is it something you want to forget?
Forget.
What about the punching? When your mom would punch Alex, did that happen on a lot of different days?
Yeah.
Is that something that you want to remember or something you want to forget?
Forget.
What about the choking? Did that happen on a lot of different days?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to remember or something you want to forget?
Forget.
When your mom would do those things to Alex, what did you think about your mom?
I don't know.
Did you feel safe when your mom would do those things?
No.
Did you want to be around your mom when she did those things?
No.
Did you want Alex to be around your mom when she did those things?
No.
You were going to school. Did you go to the same school as Alex or a different school back in 2023?
Same school.
Same school. You were in different grades?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. When you were living with your mom, who would do all the talking? Which adult would do all the talking with the schools?
My mom.
Speculation Lack Foundation.
Sustained.
Do you know which adult in the house would talk to the schools?
Speculation Lack Foundation hearsay.
Ask if he knows.
Yep. Overruled.
My mom.
Your mom? There was a lot of talk about that red curtain. Do you remember all that talk about that curtain?
Yeah.
Were there times when that curtain was up?
It wasn't always like that. It was there.
It wasn't always there?
Yeah.
Were there times when it was taken down?
Yeah.
The pictures that you were shown with the motorcycle group,
Yep.
were those taken after you talked to Danielle?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? They have dates on those pictures, right?
I think.
Think so? We can look at those dates later, right?
Yeah.
Alexavier, excuse me, Major, you remember the defense attorney asking if you met with me previously, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you said that you met with me one time, is that right?
Yeah.
Did I have 2 rules for you when you came into a courtroom?
Yeah.
What were the 2 rules?
Tell the truth and use your mouth.
Tell the truth and use your mouth to talk? Okay. Did you do those things today?
Yeah.
Thanks, Major.
Okay, Major, we're gonna just see if there's any few questions. Recross?
Just very briefly, Major, you've been a trooper today. I appreciate you sticking with this. You said that there were lots of days that your mom punched, kicked, and choked Alex. Is that right?
Yes.
But you also said there were no days that you can remember any of the other kids being in the room when your mom was doing these things. Is that right?
I didn't remember.
And you also said that you can never remember a single time that Alex got an injury that you could see after these happened. Is that right?
Actions beyond the scope. I didn't ask about injuries.
You did ask about.
Talked about the actions overruled.
Yeah. You said that you can't remember a single time of seeing any bumps, bruises, or
It was 3
injuries.
years ago. I don't remember.
You don't remember? That's all I have for you, Major.
Nothing on that.
All right, Major, guess what? We're done. All right. Okay, so we'll just have you step out, okay?
Okay.
All right, take your stuff. Take whatever you want. You have water, bottled water. Thanks for
Just, can we just take a 2 or 3 minute break? A short one?
Yeah, let's take a little bit more. Let's take about a 5-10 minute break. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll see you afterwards, and I'll talk about it.